Okay, Tony, it's been a while since we spoke. A lot's happened, and unfortunately you've gone out of the Challenge Cup at the semi-final. How disappointing was that, and what's the morale like in the camp?
Yeah, it hurts. It certainly hurts. We're disappointed with the performance that we put out there on the weekend. We've been in good form in recent times. I think we've put our certainly the longest streak of winning games that I've been at the club, certainly together leading into that. So form wasn't an issue for us, but consistency wasn't necessarily the issue. But to drop off some of that form on such a big occasion is disappointing. And you hurt for a couple of days and flattens you out for a couple of days. There's just like it is for the supporters and the fans. And we're a bit flat for a day or two, but we've got to shake ourselves off. And one of the other things that I'm massive on, and we are here as a club, is handling things with dignity as well, and putting your hand up when your opponents deserve it, and we handle things defeat with dignity, we hope, and also and success as well. And Hull deserved it slightly more than us. The encouraging thing for our boys and for us as a group was that they didn't give in. They kept trying right to the end and almost snatched it away, but probably didn't quite deserve it.
If you had your time again, would you change anything in the way you approached the game and the team you selected?
Oh no, certainly wouldn't do anything along those lines. I thought we had a great start to the game, and we were in pretty good control, but we lost some momentum, and that can happen in a game of rugby league. And we had a fair amount of time to try and get that momentum back, and we just didn't quite do that, and that went across the board. We failed to do that. That's the disappointing part, and that's sport, and unfortunately, but that's how you learn, and that's how you get stronger, and that's how you get better, and it's from some of those sort of occasions, and that's how you gain experience. We didn't seek, to go out there and come out of that with a defeat in order to learn. We would have liked to have put out a great performance and learnt from that, but sometimes that's what you have to do and have to accept, and hopefully that can spur us on for the remainder of this year.
Do you think the expectation that Warrington were going to go to Wembley again, and you were the bookies' favourites, and a lot of the rugby fans were saying, Warrington are going to get there again, do you think that extra pressure added to some of the errors that were made in the game?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't like to think that would be the case. I think it was, both teams struggled with those balls there the other day. I think tactically we probably didn't handle the groundwork that Hull put in on us as well as we needed to, and we didn't keep the composure at certain times to build pressure, and they're more tactical things. And I would hope that it wasn't a case of believing anybody outside the pitch of play, really, and that's where it gets decided. I know there'll be theories about all sorts of things post games, and we try to analyse these things, but it was a case of how we handled certain situations during the game more so than anything, an approach before the game or certainly afterwards.
Some supporters were wondering why Ratchford was given the kicking duties when Hodgson's been such a good goal kicker for us.
Yeah, Hodjo was carrying a bit of knee into that game. Had he have kicked earlier in the game, he relinquished the kicking duties because there was a chance that it could aggravate his knee and not see out the game. He got to the stage where, and it was that late in the game where he decided he was going to have a kick, and he still didn't get that one. So, but it certainly wasn't down to goal kicking on the day. The outcome of that match, there was more to the performance than goal kicking that cost us, and we needed to take better control of other situations. But certainly it was down to trying not to aggravate what was an injury that could have flared up and could have caused us more problems by having early kicks.
Talking about injuries then, what's this health in the camp looking ahead now for Castleford? Will you have to freshen things up a bit?
Oh, not too much. There won't be a whole lot of changes, although Mike Cooper has got an MCL, medial ligament strain, and only a grade 1, so he'll be a matter of a couple of weeks. And Hodjo won't make it this week. We'll make sure that his knee settles down, and he hasn't flared, but there's just a little bit of fluid there that he could probably continue on with it, but we'll take care of him this week. And probably the same with Michael Monaghan. He's played a lot of game time over the last few weeks, so he'll probably get a break. Aside from that, the rest will play, and an opportunity for Richard Myler to return this week, and also Ben Harrison make another return. He's did well in his first couple of games, but
I presume now the goal is just to win every game and hopefully finish top of the league and get to the grand final.
Oh yeah, it's easy when you say it that quick, but it's certainly just concentrate on doing a good job this week, and we'll take it from there. In terms of league, that's really in the hands of other teams. What we can do is just put pressure on, and if they happen to slip up, well, if we're doing a good job, well, we're there to pick up the pieces. But in terms of finishing the year strongly, we're pretty determined to do that now. Now we haven't got the distraction of the cup. We would have loved the distraction of the cup, but you got to make it work for you, and hopefully we can do that.
And how are your preparations going on for the future and next season? Your team building, your contract extensions. I mean, you've announced a few, most notably Libre's doing another season and then going into coaching.
Yeah, I think we had to announce that one because I think somewhere there was a story that he may have been going somewhere else, and was just crazy if you ask Lee as well. He loves this club, and he's doing some great coaching, and he's doing some great stuff on and off the field still. So, we're pleased that he's agreed to go on for another year, and he's taking care of his body as best as he ever has, and hopefully he'll have another enjoyable year next year. But we're working through all those things. We've got some retention and a little bit of outside recruitment, not a lot. We won't have a massive turnover of players. We're really excited about giving the opportunity to some of these young guys coming through, and the James Lathwaites and the Glenn Rileys and the Danny Bridges, who have had little tastes of it this year. We think they're ready, and we're not going to be bringing in people over top of them too much. We want to bring them through and give them their opportunity, because I think they're good enough.
You've already announced a big signing from down under. Are there going to be any other of that calibre sort of signings?
No, definitely not. We certainly need a little bit of experience there, losing Mozza and Carves in that position, and we need a little bit up front. We've got some terrific front rowers within our system and within our club already, but we felt that Roy would help us in that experience facet of the game and leadership. So we think that's a fantastic signing for the club. But we've got a lot of experience. But as I mentioned, we're really keen for some of these younger guys in the club to get their opportunity, and we need to create a pathway for them to come through.
Okay. Well, as always, thanks for your time, Tony.
Thanks, Gary.